Hello guys, this is Carm, and I'm doing a very weird video. As in, I usually don't do voice stuff, and I don't do live recordings like I am doing right now. But because this is more so of a video not explaining things, but rather me going over certain things I want to point out, I prefer this format instead. So okay, 5 things I believe Marcina mains should be implementing as we move forward. Okay, the first thing, run off beer reverse and wave bounce dancing play. This option works exclusively, no, not actually, it works against characters that have ways to stall or reposition of stage. Or, well, characters that have really weak recoveries and you can just hit them as they try to recover. This tool, what allows you to, is to cover certain paths that Marth usually wouldn't be able to cover by just running off there. Oh. Or he has to risk going for downer instead. Both options aren't the best at connecting. You can argue, for example, for this backer, but it takes a lot of time comparison to this. So that's one of the things. This allows you to basically make your edge guards more efficient by setting up for kill moves instead of just reset. And one of them I believe when playing this character is that every single opportunity to take a stock, you should take it. Because the character, as he wields more percent, he loses more kill options, more kill setups and stuff. So hitting your opponent without killing him is going to be harming Marth as we progress forward. There are only like 2 characters that heavily suffer from this outside of Marth, being Inkling and Sheep. So essentially you have to be efficient with your hits, and if something can kill, it should be killing. That's the main reason why I think this one is so important. You can also, for example, grab the ledge instantly with Dolphin Slash. This allows you to keep stalling further and allow you to react to certain slower or more stall heavy recovery paths. So, beer reverse, wave bounce dancing blade, one of the things. Chip breakers also good in this kind of position, but it's more like a niche way of covering certain spots with absurd strength. With absurd strength. It's not the easiest to execute. You saw me getting 2 in a row, but now I'm missing the input. There we go. Yeah, this one's more situation. Note that this. So it's not something I think we should prioritize incorporate, especially since the things that this will cover are usually also covered by wave bounce near. Okay, now for thing number 2. The let's release wave bounce dance symbol. This ledge option is something I came up with very recently. I was messing around and then I saw the possibility of using the same technique I used to edge guard to come back to the stage. Out of this thing, you have a lot of possible options. You can toss it on aerials, near one, fair, and upper. You can... Wait, hold on, that's the wrong way bounce. You can air dodge, as I showed. You can use any of the other special. You can land with nothing. Oh wait, hold on. You can land with nothing. A shield. And this is an important note. When you fast fall, or when you fall from a certain height, you suffer hard landing lag, right? But if you do Dancing Blade, you don't suffer that lag. Instead, you like instantly transition to shield, because Dancing Blade considers you to be in the animation for a long time. Let me show you. When I start fast falling, just then the move is truly over. So all that time that passes, if you land, then you have like one frame of landing lag instead. So doing nothing out of this is less laggy than landing with this. Oh, okay. So this option basically allows you to deal with certain ledge trap flowcharts that are more accustomed to covering the standard options rather than this. You have to overshoot or have stupid hitboxes that will cover off stage while covering neutral get up, roll, and jump. So you have to either overcommit, wait it out, or have just massive privilege like a charge shot or some kind of projectile. That should be your main way of ledge trapping in order for this to not be too potent. This gives Marth more freedom on his other ledge options. In that way, he can move in the ledge with less risk of getting his options covered. Because this option is so potent, it can lead to a reversal with upper F smash. Let's hold up. There we go. With upper F smash or near one F smash at lower percents with higher, yeah, higher percent. So it's not something they can just shrug off. You can also just land with grab, land with defensive options. Land and jump again. So it gives you extreme amount of versatility at the cost of being somewhat reactable. But the thing about this reactability is that it's reactable, but you have to do something instantly in order to actually punish it. And by the time you react to it, Marth's actionable again. So you have to play some kind of mix between Marth doing something and Marth doing nothing, and Marth doing exactly what you want or having to cover multiple options instead. So it's extremely versatile tool, and extremely versatile tools in ledge grabbing phase tend to be the hardest to cover. And you already have extremely strong unreactable ledge options from Marth. So adding one more naturally is going to make ledge grabbing here much more difficult. Okay, so that's the other thing. Instant Slap, Dolphin Slap. Okay. Basically, a lot of Marths prefer to drop zone and instantly Dolphin Slash. And why is this a bad thing? Because of the characters are expecting you to grab the ledge at similar timings and thus hitboxes or position themselves to cover exactly this recovery path. Like sure, the hitbox can protect you, but it won't protect you always, especially considering Marth's hand is completely exposed during Dolphin Slash, so if they hit that, it's game over, especially if you don't have a double jump. But what this allows is to mix up your ledge grab time. There's not much science to it. If you're, for example, getting juggled and you get forced to the ledge in this position, you could double jump. Hold on, let me see if I can use an item to launch myself upwards. There should be a shooting star somewhere here. There we go. Okay, so if I toss it down, it should launch me out. You can do that. And basically that's the main use. You can also use it to assist your ledge trump. It's something I call dolphin trump. Dolphin Slash assisted trump. Something you can use if you are not comfortable with the full motion yet, or if you want to bypass certain big body hurtboxes. But other than that, the main usage is just this, like double jumping into the ledge, grabbing it instantly instead of doing this stupid thing that leaves you extremely vulnerable. The ledge grab box is extremely generous too. You saw the first one, it grabs it from rather far. See? So it's something that allows you to get quicker to the ledge, as opposed to you fast falling then going for the low dolphin. That's option number 3. As for option number 4, hopefully I can get it to work this time. It's harder to do versus the computer than compared to humans. Especially in this delay because I don't have a monitor to play. Okay. Oh, that kill, we're doing it. Gaggle. Ah, I had it. Oh, it's hard. It's really hard to set up. I have to. There we go. So, they're through things. They're through the ledge itself. The hitbox is not as big as certain downers like Pyras or Sub, but still big enough. Actually, let's see if I can get the frame by frame. Wait there, I messed it up. There we go. The camera. See, all of that area below the ledge is where most 2 frames and up bees will be placed before grabbing the ledge. It's a 1 frame window for you to hit maybe 4 or 5 at worst directly at 2 frame. But if you are facing certain reactable recoveries, this can turn out to be extremely strong. I wish I had my recordings of the friendlies at the tournament, because I did this with a lot of consistency against Wolf. It's extremely strong if you are able to pinpoint the opposing character's path, and it might be stronger than the other 2 frame options, because unlike, for example, F Smash, it's not as committal. I can already block here, and if I mistime it, if I was too early, they might be tempted to buffer an option in this position to try and punish me. But this is safe, so you can use... Hold on, let me change to normal speed. So you can dolphin, you can let go of shield and cover roll, or buffer at back air to cover jump, or buffer an F match if buffer an F match in this position, because it's gonna tip her to ledge jumps. So in that kind of position, it tends to be extremely good against a specific recovery paths. I believe I have a clip of me doing it against a Charizard, and it was just the optimal option, because running off counter or running off down air is more risky, harder to get, all of that stuff. I'm trying to allegedly counter. This camera is not helping me at all. Okay. Oh, I can't do it today. There we go. It's the optimal choice against certain recovery paths, and it's something I wish more Marcina mains implement to get early kills. Lucina mains specifically, because this is one of the few ways for them to get early kills. And in this game, early kills are so common that if you don't have them, you are going to fall behind. As for the 5th thing I wanted to talk about, number 1 thing is always going to be walking. Walking is too stupid for you to not use it. No, but real talk, aerial dancing blade. I know I've talked about this kind of combos, how they suck. They are just a mix-up and stuff. But I don't want to talk about that one. I want to talk, for example, about this kind of mix-up where you just completely change your direction. You can surprise a lot of people with this. My most used one is the short hop one, because it's less committal and it puts you like in the middle of a short hop and a full hop rate. So it allows you to dodge stuff that will normally cover short hop while not having to commit to a full hop. You can also fake out initiative, retreat, and punish something that's trying to punish your initiative. So overall, like, it's a really strong fake out. Ideally, you want to delay this one. You don't want to buffer it. Because if you buffer it, you're left with very little options, very little control. If you delay it though... No, that's a full hop. That's also a full hop. Like, it's hard to use this way. If you delay it enough, you're going to be able to get the full nair out and cover your landing. So overall, it's really strong to fake out approaches, especially considering many Marth and Lucina mains approach relentlessly with phase or rising neutral air or pivot cancel axial. So a change of pace might be enough to force the opponent to sleep and you to get a meaningful punish at their mistake. For example, here you can fake out cross up at them and use Dancing Blade to reposition instead and punish that. It's really good to mix. But the walking jugs was no joke. I believe it's not mentioned enough times, and it's mentioned a lot. Marcina should walk. It should be their main way of moving. Dashes should be used occasional to like get to somewhere fast. But once you're in the mid range, you should walk, maybe dash away to retreat something really quickly. But walking's broken. Just do it. Just walk within the mid ranges. Wait for people to cross rising areas or landed areas in your face. Watch them weave as you retreat or cross them up. You have like full control of what you want to do. So walking's like number 0 in this list. So to summarize, number 1, Beer Rebellious, Wave Bounce, Run Off Dancing Blade. Number 2, what was number 2? Number 2, instant ledge grab, Dolphin Slash. Oh, did I mess it up? Number 3, down it for the ledge. I feel like I'm missing something. Alright, number 2 wasn't that one. It was this thing. Jump back, weight bounce, dancing blade. And number 5, aerial dancing blade control. Those are the 5 things I believe Marcina mains should incorporate in the future. That's not combo routes. Combo routes, I believe Marcina should incorporate everything they can. Because combos are combos. If you learn them, you learn them. There's nothing too complicated about it. But neutral and the disadvantage position, the advantage position, they have more potential to incorporate new things. The ledge leap one also has a lot of promise to get this kind of down air or to position yourself just squares. But I believe, for example, for the ladder, Wave Bounce Dancing Blade is still better. but for the former, it has a lot of promise, especially with counter too. Instead of having to wait on the ledge and be in a more risky position to counter, you can just wait, then drop counter. Much safer. It has a lot of potential too. 5 things Marcina mains should do, plus 2 bonuses. That's the video. Hope you liked it. If you want to see more content, not exactly like this, but content related to Marcina, subscribe to my channel. I will be doing more guides and a lot of stuff as throughout these next 2 months. It's going to be pretty good for me. So yeah, hopefully to see you next time. Goodbye.